Hello traders, welcome on the Sunday Focus, welcome on the Billions Club. On today's stream, as every Sunday, we will prepare for the next 5 days of trading. We will go through the major levels on the chart, what bias we have overall, what BTC formed over the weekend, because this is going to be quite important from the start today. And then we will have a look for some fundamental news, for some fundamental events in the upcoming 5 days. So that's the plan for today's stream. It's all about preparation. It's all about trading. Is really all about being prepared, having a plan, and basically you want to be prepared for every possible scenario. So I'll show you what I'm expecting from the charts in the next 5 days, and hopefully this will help you in your evaluation process, or if you are a funded trader with the Billions Club already, or you are just a trader looking around for some potential TA, for some potential levels, and basically for what others are looking for. Alrighty, so everything should be working. You should be able to see me. You should be able to see my screen. Let me know in the chat if everything is fine, and we can start with today's TA. So, as I said, we will start on a BTC chart, daily time frame. We will also do these like a Sunday focus recaps that I'm posting to the Discord, so don't forget to join our Discord community. But we will also prepare like a plan here. Basically, we want to write down the things that we are paying attention to. So, last time I said overall BTC still in a downtrend, but hitting important support for our demand at 382 Fibonacci. 29,800 was the important level that needs to be reclaimed to be able to call this as an end of a pullback to start a potential like impulsive wave or impulsive phase that'll leg to the upside and start of a new higher high to be formed. I said looking for 29,600 as a potential zone for LQ sweep and short back down to 29k ish zone, which happened. We are back to the 29k. I said if 28,700 is lost, we are looking all the way down to 27,250. And let's do a recap what happened this week basically. So we are doing this Sunday, we are right here. We can do the recap. So I said 28,700. Once we lose the level, we are looking all the way down to 27,250. Did we lost the level? Well, not really, because look at this. We just grabbed the liquidity right here on Tuesday. We tapped the 28,700 basically, give or take a few dollars. This was 28,650, so 28,700 almost. We tapped the level, we gotta move to the upside. We swept the liquidity, so far so good we can say, because we are still not losing the important support on the BTC chart. But let me show you today what are the levels that I'm paying attention to, and basically overall bias for a BTC chart, what happened here and what we can expect next. We're going to delete some of these levels that we have here. They are either not valid anymore, or we're going to redo them together, and I will basically take you through the whole process. So deleting these, we got an internal low, swept. We didn't close below the level yet, so we're going to keep this as an internal low. What is going to be the internal high? And right now we are really trying to go more in depth into the chart. What's the internal high? I'm going to keep the high that we have still around the 30,400, give or take. Once again, it's give or take, let's say $50 above, $50 below. That's the approximate level that I'll be paying attention to. Overall, my buys are still a bit more to the downside, considering the current range that we are getting. And I'll show you what I'm looking for specifically from the volume perspective, from the order flow perspective. What are the levels that are really important right now for us? But overall, this is the internal low, this is the internal high. As soon as we are remaining inside this range, it's still more of a range-bound movement that is likely to continue lower, because once again, we are not reclaiming the internal high. Once we're gonna reclaim this high, we can call this as a trend change potentially, and we can start looking for a move to the upside. 15-minute chart and a daily chart. Let's start with the daily. So what's happening here? Well, as you can see, we bounced from the value area high from this previous range, which is not perfect. And when you don't have like a really, how to say, like an obvious range on the chart, it's not the best way how you can look for the volume zones. They are not so well respected, but in this case we use them, and as you can see, it was giving us some confluence for potential bounce. And we are getting back to this zone right here, which is going to be our important supply on for our chart, but we will get there. Right now we are getting acceptance below the value area of this zone, of this upper zone that we got here, this zone becomes very, very, very important on a chart. Once we'll reclaim basically this zone right here, it starts to be more bullish and we can start to look for a potential move to the upside. But we will get there. I will show you the whole plan that I have here on a daily chart. This is the supply that I was talking about. So this zone, very important. Once we'll reclaim this, or at least get into this zone, we'll see how it goes on lower time frames. So 15-minute, 4-hour chart will be important to see. But as soon as we are below this zone, it's still more bearish overall. All right, so basically this is kind of a plan on daily chart. This zone very important. This 30,400 level is just absolutely key for the next 5 days in order to be able to say that, okay, we are potentially going higher or price is likely to head lower and lower. So this is the daily chart. Let's go to the 4-hour for some potential supplies and demands. So basically this zone mitigated pretty well. We can delete this. This zone still unmitigated and still a valid level. I'm gonna keep this on a chart because this zone is likely to be tested. And the question is when? Well, you know, hard to tell. We got the value area, we got the supply. This supply haven't created anything yet. And what I mean by that is we are targeting this low that is right here. Basically the internal low, which was here, but right now we obviously have one here, but this level was also mitigated. So it's becoming kind of tricky on 4-hour time frame. We will try to go to a lower time frame to get the idea where we are heading most likely in the upcoming days, which we'll do right now. We swept the liquidity from the liquidity pool right there. No reaction at all, so the plan from the Friday stream wasn't, how to say it, the best one, because we swept the liquidity but no confirmation on the exit chart, so there wasn't any trade. But considering the 15-minute time frame, I'm gonna delete this and we will start from the scratch. So if you're gonna zoom out, this was a pretty obvious low on a chart formed right here. We closed below the level. It wasn't the perfect close, but this was a low. This was becoming the high. We created a new low here, then this was the high right there. So this was a strong high on a 15-minute time frame. What it gives you right now, it obviously gives you a break of a structure on 15 minutes. So this gives you a boss, which now this becomes a strong low on a 15-minute time frame. What it all means is that I'm just trying to spot the overall trend and trying to mark it in the simplest and most obvious way possible. So this was a break of a structure. This is a strong low. This is now going to be a weak high on a 15-minute time frame. And we will start marking out the internal zone of this. And this becomes kind of complicated, one could say, but this is the only way, in my opinion, how you can mark out the structure and how you can kind of remember these levels. So this is going to be the weak high, break of a structure, strong low, weak high. The internal low was basically right here. In my opinion, this was a decent internal low, which is mitigated right now. We tapped the level, we grabbed the liquidity that was below the level, and we created an IBOS. So what it all means right now is that we got an IBOS, high, new low wasn't created yet, so this still becomes the valid internal high on a chart. The question is, where is the internal low? Well, it's gonna be around here. Basically, this is the internal low level that is currently holding the chart. So we got an IBOS, we got an internal high, we got a strong low, we got a weak high. This is basically all we need at the moment. So what is the plan for now? Well, this level still unmitigated, and I'll be looking to tap this level, this 30K zone, and basically retest this zone once again. How can we find confluences around this zone, which is going to be very, very important for us in terms of the next plan for the upcoming days. We will start with naked POCs, so naked point of control, simple level to look for, nothing here. Let's move on. Going to the TPO, basically simple market profiling, time price opportunity. Do we have anything here? Well, we got a poor lows here and here. So there's going to be plenty of liquidity, but how can we spot that? Well, you want to go with a more advanced way, right? So in this case, we can delete this. We have the level already. There is a pull low and a pull low. So one here, second here. I'm going to mark this with a liquidity, like this. But how can I get the idea that there is a plenty of new longs or plenty of new shorts? Well, I will show you a little bit of an advanced way, but it all becomes, or it all starts with spotting the open interest and spotting the delta. So if the open interest is going higher or it's increasing inside a range and the delta is negative, it gives you the idea there is a plenty of new shorts, and obviously opposite with the longs. Then you can combine this with the net longs, net shorts, all these things. Basically, there's a plenty of ways how you can spot if there is a liquidity sitting or not, but I will show you this today. So basically pulling this measure tool, as you can see, CBD 25 million down, open interest 13 million plus. So overall 13 million plus new contracts open inside the market. And let's check the weekend. This was a Friday, so let's do this. Open interest 6.4 million, CBD 2.6 million, so positive here overall. So new longs are being opened here. Now I want to be extremely precise with this pull. I'm going to do it from basically here. CBD negative 1.7 with open interest 7 million new contracts in the market. So there is a plenty of new shorts overall inside this mini range that is created here over the weekend. And I can show you the net shorts. It will start making sense after seeing this. If I show you net longs, it's going to be here too, but we got more shorts opened inside the BTC chart right now. So there's a plenty of liquidity sitting above these highs, right? This is a supply level that is likely to be mitigated. If you go to the 4-hour, we are still talking about this zone here, but we also have some zone right here. So the overall plan that I have on a BTC chart, this is the first zone that needs to be reclaimed. And how can I take a trade here? How can I take the advantage of having a plan? Well, what I'll do is I'm just going to preset a level above the high here. Which is going to be BTC USD sell zone number 1. And the overall plan, this is why you are here, right? You want to see what I'm expecting overall. I'm just checking the comments here. Hi, has anyone withdrawn profit successfully from this? From Billions Club, just wanted to know, I'm searching for a good prop firm. So for example, I did. I made my first withdrawal last Friday, 2.4K. But you can obviously check our reviews that we got. All right. So this is a 1 low, and here we got a 2 highs. That's marking the local liquidity. So what's the plan? Well, I'm looking for a move to the upside to hit this zone, basically right here, to grab the liquidity and then potentially for a next move down. The question is, what do you need to see inside this zone? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I'm looking for either swing failure pattern or going up here and getting the imbalance into this, meaning absorption and setting into a short position. That's my overall plan. If we will be able to successfully close above this zone here, then I'm targeting this zone up there. The plan is very, very simple. The 29,300 becomes first important level. So let's do 29,350. No, let's do 21,250-ish zone. Becomes first level for potential BTC in order to enter. I'm looking for trapped value area which is my strategy. You can use whatever you want, or absorption. If this level is reclaimed, we are basically looking for 30k zone. Overall bias more bearish as soon as we are below 29 250 zone. So that's remaining the same, and that's basically it for now. That's it for a BTC chart. This run becomes more bearish to me as soon as we are remaining inside or below this gray box. If we will close above and we will change the local momentum, then perfect, we can move higher most likely, but as soon as we are keeping the chart as it is right now, then it's more bearish to me. Alrighty, let's pay attention to the gold chart, because gold chart is very, very important. I was taking a nice long position out of here on Friday, which made me around $620. So this is not the best trade, but it was an NFP week, so it was during NFP news, and that's why I was very, very positive on this trade. So what I said here last time, overall, as soon as we are remaining below 1985, gold is more bearish. The retracement target is around 1930-ish, sensible level to test, and we tested the level perfectly, 1925, during the NFP news. So the level is tested, the level is mitigated. Let's move on. We can delete this because this is now the level that is basically reacting, or the price is reacting to this level. For our zone, first supply that we got, very simply said, right here, this is what is holding the price from coming any higher right now. Going to the daily chart, as you can see, absolutely perfectly mitigated. What is my plan overall here is that I should be looking, or we should start looking for a next impulsive wave to the upside. So gold is a bit more bullish in my opinion for the upcoming days, and I'm gonna start looking for bullish momentum. It's gonna be very, very clear once we'll reclaim this level right there. Once this level is reclaimed, absolutely perfect, we can start looking higher. This right now becomes the internal low. This is now the internal high. If we will close around 1960, let's say, gold is gold is showing its bullish momentum basically, and we should start looking for the move up. So that's the 4-hour chart. The important support that is likely to be tested is down there. This level here, 1936, it haven't achieved anything yet, so it's not the strongest level in the world, but keep the level in mind. It can move with the price a bit. It can make some local momentum. Locally, the level that is likely to hold is this zone here, 1940. I'll be looking for tap into the zone, potentially grabbing the liquidity from these lows, and start looking for a move to the upside. This is the second zone. If we will lose this lower level down there, gold becomes more bearish, and we should be looking for a move down overall. But if I will show you naked POCs, I believe we got some above us. Yes, we do. We have around 1949. The 1950 zone is likely to be tested. If we check this, this is why we stopped. This basically buy to sell candle is holding the price right now. This level is mitigated. This is going to be the next potential level we should be looking for, this 1952 zone. So my plan is that I'm going to start looking for potential long out of here, or potentially all the way down here, and start looking for a long out of this zone down there. We'll see how it goes, but that's my overall plan that I currently have on gold chart. So we check the daily, we check the 4-hour, let's do the 15-minute one last time. For me, the strong high now becomes here. This level, once we already claim this level here, then it's much more bullish, and we should start looking for a move up. The internal structure is broken here. Obviously, the internal low is going to be below this low right there. That's pretty clear. and the internal high is now there. So this is the zone that we are currently playing. We obviously got a pretty nice IBOS right here. So the overall plan for gold chart, as soon as we are below this level here, it's still a bit tricky to say that, okay, we are in a strong uptrend or we are changing the trend. Once we will close above this 19, let's say 57 zone, then it becomes much more bullish and we should start looking for a move up. These are the two zones that I'll be looking for potential tap into the level and get into long, or the lower one down there and get into long from right here. We'll see how it goes, but that's the overall plan that I have. What we will do is I will show you the overall plan for the upcoming 5 days. So 1950-ish. All right, so this is the plan. All right, and let's take the EU. So just gonna check. What is POC? POC is a point of control. It's basically a place or a point on a chart where the most amount of transactions were executed. I don't know why, but it's showing only 2 people watching here, but on the left side here I see 19. So 19 is great, 2 not so well or not so good. But guys, let me know if this plan is beneficial for you. I really want to know if you like these streams, if we should continue doing them, if it actually gives you some value, because hands down, when I'm doing this just for myself, because I do this preparation basically either way, even if I'm streaming or not streaming. But when I do it just for myself, it takes me, let's say, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes to do it. Here, obviously, when I'm commenting the chart and when I'm like showing you how I'm looking for these levels and so on, it takes me more time. But we want to give you the education on a silver platter. We want to show you how a professional traders prepare, and basically what me as a funded trader do to prepare for upcoming 5 days in the market every single Sunday, because I really believe that a plan, overall plan, and being prepared gives you a so huge edge in the market over the others. And if you are able to stick to the plan, then this is one of the very important things to become a profitable trader, let's say it this way. This is really going to boost you or your performance once you start preparing for basically everything. I do the preparation for the upcoming week, I do the preparation for the upcoming session, but you can find all of this inside our Discord, either Billions Club or Crypto Wizards, which is my own community. Anyway, Euro USD chart, we formed a pretty nice change of a structure here last Friday. So let's break it down. Let's break it down what was happening here. I was on vacation last week, so like a 4-day road trip, so I wasn't trading that much, but basically how I view the EU chart now is that personally this still becomes the same. This is internal low, internal high, strong low, weak high. But if you go down to the 15 minute, then we change the trend here. So 15 minute, This is now becoming a BOS, break of a structure. It's not a weak high. I've been getting a lot of questions about the market structure, how I'm marking it, and I've been getting a lot of like comments that I'm using BOS and strong lows, strong highs, and so on. Guys, I want to point out one important thing. You can use whatever strategy you want, you can call it whatever you want, but trading is really, let's say, 30% strategy itself and 70% is your psychology and risk management. So it's not that when someone uses order flow, for example, or smart money concepts, whatever it is, that he's profitable and the other guy is not. You, for example, with a smart money concepts, you can be a losing trader. I'm going to use the absolutely same thing and I'm going to be a profitable trader because I'm able to stick to the plan and all of these things. And this is what I use. I'm just trying to get the idea of what the market is doing. You are always trying to go with a local trend, with a local order flow. So that's why I'm using or marking out the trends this way, because it can give you a pretty good idea where the market is heading. It can also be called like a local order flow, which, you know, one can say that like this is the order flow, this is a footprint. Then you can spot the order flow by like reclaiming important levels and so on. I personally use this and this is what works for me. Anyway, important levels on EU chart. This one, if you lose this level, which is right now very, very important demand, right here. If you lose this zone, which in my opinion is not likely at all, and most likely we will continue higher from this zone, but I'm not telling you it's guaranteed, obviously nothing is guaranteed in trading, but in my opinion it's more likely that we will continue higher from this zone and we will actually create a new push to the upside, to this zone right here. This zone is very likely to be tested, hands down. For our chart, naked POC down there and one is all the way up here, which this one becomes internal high, obviously the one that I was talking about. Once we'll reclaim this, there is a 90% chance that we are going to tap inside into this naked POC. So my plan for the upcoming 5 days is that I'm looking for a move to the upside out of this zone. If we will lose this zone, then we are going all the way down here. To tap this naked POC, and then it decides if it will continue higher or we will get a bounce out of this. But my plan, or what is the bias that I have here on EU chart, in my opinion, we're gonna get another rotation to the upside from this zone here. Basically something like this. And here I have no clue what's gonna happen, right? It's just we will react for what we will see on the chart. But right here on EU chart, this is either going to be reclaimed, we're just going to sweep liquidity and we're going to get another rotation down. That's going to be the first scenario you can potentially have here. Second scenario is that you will actually close above the level. Perfect, we can continue higher to all the way up to this zone here. That's going to be very, very good, obviously, if you are like more bullish biased for the upcoming 5 days. Or we can continue down out of this zone. Nothing is guaranteed. We can lose this zone and we can continue lower. Then you are looking for this zone down there. It's very simple. This is going to be the demand zone. And whatever happens, we are prepared. We know the levels that we are looking for, right? So pulling some fib tool here, 382, tapped, so it kind of makes sense if we're gonna get another move to the upside. My plan for EU, how I'm planning to trade it, is that if I will get up around 7 a.m., 8 a.m. and the price is still gonna remain inside this gray box here, perfect. I'm gonna start looking for a liquidity grab below the local levels here, and I'm gonna try to take the long trade and target this high here. If we will lose the level, then I'm just probably going to stay on the sidelines and I'm going to wait for this level to be tapped. If we will get a move to the upside and we will grab the liquidity from these highs, then I'm gonna start thinking about taking a short. But hands down, this is the risky, basically the most risky trade we got on the chart, to short these highs, because you are going against the local flow. You are going against the local order flow here. Let's do the recap. If we sweep from the one, very simply said, if you lose the gray box, move down to what is this zone? 1095. 195 is very likely. It's very likely. Overall bias are to the upside. Boom, that's it. We have the plan. One last thing. Let's check the news. So tomorrow, nothing important. The first important news we got on Thursday, which is going to be the CPI. And on Friday, we got a PPI. So Thursday, Friday, there will be some volatility, but nothing huge, to be honest. Nothing huge. All right, guys, this is the plan for today. Let me know what you think about these streams. Once again, we want to get the feedback from you, what we should improve, if you like them, if we should continue in creating these. I'm gonna post summary or a recap of today's plan into our Discord, so don't forget to join in, because tomorrow I will show you my daily trading plan. So daily game plan when I'm preparing for the upcoming, let's say 6 to 8 hours every single morning. I'm posting this to the Billions Club Discord and also Crypto Wizards Discord, so you can find a link to both of these inside the YouTube chat. Let me just post it. So I'm just gonna post a link. So Crypto Wizards and Billions Club is gonna be right there. That's it for today. Don't forget to spend some time with the family. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and see you tomorrow inside our Discord.